From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good afternoon, I'm student meteorologist Vivian Rennie with our final Tuesday midday shift of the semester. It's already a beautiful and warm day here in Nittany Valley, 66 degrees and feeling relatively warm across our area as well. A little bit cooler in Clearfield, but overall nice warm temperatures outside today. As we look across the Commonwealth, we're seeing mainly mid to upper 60s, feeling all the way up to 66 degrees in Erie this morning and 72 degrees in Philadelphia already this morning. As we look to the rest of the states, we're seeing those cool temperatures sticking around in the mountains and in the west. We're seeing those cold temperatures are going to stick around while we're getting all those warm temperatures here on the East Coast. I'm going to pass it over to Laura Shedd for all of our radar.
Thanks, Vivian. So again, taking a look at this radar and satellite, as Vivian mentioned, we are seeing a chance for rain this afternoon. Showers and storms are already starting to move in across the western part of the state and across much of the west. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a marginal risk for severe thunderstorms this afternoon. We are expecting these storms to push across into our neck of the woods later this afternoon into the early evening hours. But as we zoom out across to the rest of the country with our radar and satellite, we really aren't seeing all that much. This area here that we're seeing with very little clouds, no rainfall at all, that will be moving into our region for the day tomorrow after this cold front pushes through, drops temperatures down to right around seasonable. We are seeing a couple of storms firing up across the Great Plains, which could impact us later on in the week. But for right now, though, we are really confident that the next few days after this system pushes through are going to be absolutely gorgeous and relatively seasonable here. So as we time out the storm this afternoon, we are expecting, again, those storms to start pushing into the region mid-afternoon, and especially as those conditions continue to get warm, those storms could be firing up, giving a few potential severe thunderstorms. But really, though, most of that threat is contained across the west for today. But as we continue on into the early evening hours, as you're heading home from classes, work, be sure to be keeping an eye on the weather because we could be seeing those storms. But as we progress through the rest of the evening, the system really moves out a couple of scattered spots early on in the morning and overnight. But really, though, by the time we get to early Wednesday morning, we're expecting high pressure to build in, clear conditions dropping right back down to around seasonable. Taking a look at our short-range forecast, here's Alex Hatfield.
Thanks, Laura. Now we're going to look at today's forecast. As Laura did mention, we are looking at those afternoon storms, but temperatures relatively high for the season, getting up into those high 70s, but dropping down into the high 40s overnight, with those thunderstorms still lingering, but moving out in the early morning hours. Now here's Ethan with a look at the long-range forecast.
Thanks, Alex. Now here's a look at tomorrow's forecast for the State College area. Tomorrow, expect to see some slightly cooler temperatures with highs in the mid-60s, but skies will be much clearer than they were today. We won't see any thunderstorms like we did today, but winds will be a little bit breezy as we see winds from the west around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Expect to see these thunderstorms stick around into Tuesday night. But Wednesday and Thursday will be much clearer, and we will stay around seasonable with some temperatures in the mid-60s. Tuesday will definitely be our warmest day in the period, and as we look out into the weekend, expect to see some rain on Friday and maybe Sunday, with some nice days on Saturday and Monday. But temperatures will stick around and will stay mild throughout the weekend.
I'm Ethan.
I'm Alex.
I'm Laura.
And I'm Vivian. Thank you so much for watching.